YouTube, I'm Fatima B, but you can call me Mickey Van if you want to, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be using kleenex tissue, color pencils, pentel aquash brush, and sakura jelly roll, Faber-Castell pencils, and mechanical pencils, paint brushes, and blending step. This right here is my paper that I use for thumbnails. And let's get started. So with this piece, I just wanted to show you guys the process of how I create my pieces. So I start in shading the ears first, and then I go into the nose, and then I go with the eyes, and I shade out the rest of the face. So this piece right here, I wanted to do something that I normally don't do for myself. I wanted to do a girl with pink hair and colored eyes. So right here, I did a thumbnail of her eyebrows just to practice directly before I make something permanent. Then I went into the eyes with various colors of Copic markers. And the technique that I basically used was using the lightest color first and then just building up with darker colors. I used pinks and purples and tan colors. All the colors that I use will be in the description box below. I really love how the eyes came out. It's like my favorite part of the picture. I'm gonna say that a lot just to warn you, but this part right here was my favorite, especially when I added in the highlights. With these pieces that I've been doing lately, I've been addicted to adding color to their eyes. It's something really different about it that you normally don't see, because you see a colored face with colored eyes, but you don't never see a black and white face with colored eyes. So this piece was basically inspired by this girl that I did a picture of a long time ago, and her name on Instagram was Nelzomo. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And she is so gorgeous, and I just wanted to do a picture for myself, and everybody was so excited about it, so I was like, let me just create one of my own. And right here I went in with the lips. You can actually see now how I do lips. It's a long process, but pretty much everything that I do in my picture is a long process, but it turns out really good at the end. So for the dot, I went in with R14 and R35. Then I started hatching around her face once again to build more layers. And I used kleenex to smooth out all the spots. And right here is my favorite part, where like the sun started making her eyes glow. That was like the coolest thing ever. It was crazy how it happened. So basically, whenever I'm shading, I use kleenex to smooth everything out. It's the best thing you could ever use, other than a blending step. When you're shading when you're blending out your areas with tissue, you make sure you use kleenex, not the tissue that you get from the store that you use to wipe with. Use the packet tissue or the box tissue, either one is fine. So basically, I just keep building up more layers and layers until I get to the desired look for her. Like, something told me to not keep shading her face, but I don't know. I just kept going, and it really turned out good, but I wish I would have stopped eventually. So here you can see me go into her hand and just adding details. I normally don't like shading hands, but now for some reason I'm starting to like it more and more and more. Just every picture that I want to do, I just want to add a hand, because now that I know how to draw hands, I want to just show off my skills. Because back in the day, I know everybody had this problem where they didn't know how to draw hands. So now I'm just going in and shading in her blunt, and then I'm going back and forth into things. Now I'm using more Copics to put in her choker. So with her hair, it's a really long process. It took a long time. This is like pretty much why this video is so long, because her hair. So I took in the lightest color, which is blush. I'm not for sure what the actual number is. And this is a beautiful color. I love how it made her hair look, and I'm happy that I went in with a reddish burgundy pen for the outline. I used it in the first video, part 1, and if you haven't seen it, make sure you go watch that first before you watch this one. But if you already started, made it this far, just keep watching it. It's fine. It's good. So I just use small strokes. I start at the top, and then I go in at the bottom of each part of the hair. Every single curve that you see, I went in and colored it. I didn't do it in big chunks. I just did it one by one. And that's how I get the best result. It's time consuming, but it works. You can try that too, but it's your preference. It pretty much does the same thing, but it kind of doesn't matter what you do. So after I shaded in all her hair in this blush color, I went in with a darker pink. It's called Tender Pink. I'm not for sure that number either. It will be listed below along with all the other supplies that I use. And then I went in with a darker pink to just add more values to her hair. I kind of wish I would have stopped, like always, but like always, I just keep going and going and going. And the end result was still amazing. I love how she turned out. But something told me to just, like, for my next piece or whatever piece I decide to do, just go in with this color and the pen, because I love how it gives that peachy effect along with her eyes. So I decided to go with the first initial sketch that I did for her eyebrows, because I didn't like how the colored pencil that I used just made it look. It was weird. So I'm just darkening it, building up values, making sure that they look all nice and clean. Eyebrows on fleek, as you know. And just adding little tiny details to my mechanical pencil. So here's when I was telling you that I was adding the colors with the more colors with the tender pink, and I was just going back and forth with both of the colors and smoothing everything out with the blush color. So basically, whenever I use my Copics, I go in with the lightest, like I said before, and then I go in with the darkest, and I blend out everything so it could be smooth. And it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, so it can be smooth with the first color that I use, which is the lightest one, in this case the blush. So I know, y'all, this is like my first time using the doing a voiceover, so bear with me. I will get better. Let me know if you guys like this, like if you like talk throughs, because I would like to do more, because I have a lot to say, but sometimes I don't have anything to say, or I don't know what to say and don't know how to put it. And I think this will also help me learn how to speak, because I can't words half of the time. On Snapchat, I be trying to talk and stuff, and I be like starting all over like 15,000 times, and one snap be like 5 minutes ago and the other snap be like 10 minutes later. Like, I can't. So y'all let me know, what do y'all want to see from me? I know some people said that they want to see some more tutorials, well, not some more, but for me to start doing tutorials. So I'll also try to do that. I just need to set up my desk that my friend just got me for my birthday. By the way, today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'm turning 24 today, and it's okay. So right here I went and start going into her hair with some more of that color and just making sure everything is good. Filling in the spaces, like I said, is a long process. I will get to the point where I start adding the purple so it could be shadows instead of using black, because normally when I do colored hair I go in with black and it makes it darker. So I tried to venture out and try different techniques, like right here. This one took forever. Like, I wanted to keep it looking nice, but it wasn't turning out how I wanted to. So I was getting real frustrated and I wanted to cry. I hated the world at that time. And then I fixed it and eventually it looked good. So yay for that. So pretty much for the rest of this piece, I just did the same techniques, light to dark, and with the dark just moving everything out with the first color. So now on to some serious stuff. I am opening up another store, and I already have Redbubble, but I'm not really too fond of it like that. I like some of the products, but I don't like their prints like that, and I want to have my own control of the print so I can sign it and send little extra goodies with it and everything. So I just got a printer for my birthday. Thank you, Mom. And it's the Canon Pixma 100. I'm so happy to finally have my own printer. You guys just don't know. Like, I've been wanting to do prints for years, and now I finally have one in my hands. And it's not only any printer, it's like the best of the best Canon printers out there. So hopefully this week I will have prints up at my store, so just look out for that. And this part right here, I just went in with my 0.3 lead pencil. Well, it's 0.03, my bad. And I just added in little details into her hair and her baby hairs just to add, more depth to it and more value, because her ends aren't not blonde. Her ends aren't pink. So I wanted it to have a natural effect to it so it could look more realistic, but not at the same time. So I just made sure I cleaned up everything, made sure her neck was as dark as I needed to be. All the shadows was there. Just cleaned up everything else, made sure her hand was good. And then right here, this was cute where I did the different colors in her septum ring. And yeah, so I'm pretty much wrapping up this whole picture, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this voiceover. Let me know if you wanted me to do more, and I'll see you in the next one.